All right, family, it's your brother Asad.
I'm Adrian.
And we are back again with another quick video. Look where we at. Look around. Where we at? It's like bam, 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 just like that. Bam, 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 just like that. I'm at the airport to pick up my walla, my guala, my partner. You heard me? Yeah. Gonna pick up my brother I went to the army with. It's about to go down.
Ready to find nothing in the middle of the goddamn movie. What up, LP? Come on, baby. That's that love. We back at it.
That was the longest flight ever, man. For like 3 days.
It was 85 degrees. Then we got to London. It was 80 degrees. I'm like, we're going to ride this. What? Yeah, that simply was not what it was.
No,
that
wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look. Let's go. Let's go. R&B brunch. Yeah. All right, bust it open.
Damian from City Fire Country Boy, from Los Angeles by way of Oklahoma City, Q Sci-Fi. Just really happy to be here. Happy to be in South Africa, the land of my ancestors.
And who's next to you?
This is my wife.
Taylor Nunley. Glad to be here. Trying to retire in the next 5 years. Make this home. Well, come back home where I was supposed to originally be in at.
Dig that. So, man, y'all this is y'all second time in South Africa. Tell me about your first experience when you first landed, here last year when you visited.
I think while we have been on the continent of Africa, we travel extensively. There's still, even though we know, there's still this thought in the back of your head because of the advertisement and the narrative that Africans are living in huts, or that it is some way less advanced than the Western world, and that could be nothing further from the truth. Our very first stop upon leaving the airport was the Mall of Africa. So when you see the Mall of Africa, you go inside, you recognize, man, these folks got some bread up here. Every store that you would see in your Westfield or your Galleria Mall or anything on Rodeo Drive, they have it right here. And the beautiful thing is our people.
Yeah.
Like, that's the beautiful thing, to be able to see your people on the continent. The other thing, man, because we went to the university with you over there, man, I saw a professor look like my mama, dog. Like, she literally looked like my mama. I had to talk to her and then show my mother a picture. Like, she did look like me, huh?
Yeah.
Like, literally. But no, it's not that they look like us. We look like them. This is where it started. This is the cradle of civilization. So I am blessed to be here and just be able to share with my queen.
So Taylor, when y'all told people y'all about to come to South Africa, was there any crazy statements, or what did people say?
A lot. More like don't get kidnapped, take care of yourself. Are you gonna make it back? When you go there, you're gonna be trapped. Almost like a Shaka Zulu thing, but it was more like when I got here, it made me more proud of who you were. You knew how hard you work where you at right now in the States, but when you come here, you see how they look at you and how your legacy is affecting them too. So it's a lot. It's a lot on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Because when you come here, you can't come here and act a fool. You really got to come here and set standards too.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot on you, but it make you proud of who you are. Like you be proud in the States, but it's a different type of pride. You come here, it's like it's your pride. This is where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah.
So it's different. It makes you emotional, like spiritually, mentally, spiritually. Like you just feel a certain way when you get here. You can feel it in your spirit.
You can feel God.
Yeah.
So I've had several instances, and you, my friend, we didn't talk about some of them where I've actually heard from God. I've heard God's voice. I can feel God. I feel God here. And I say that it's that reconnection. Coming home to the motherland is something. Then that's how the people treat you, man.
Man, the Africans hate us, bro.
Man,
them Africans hate us, man. Man, they don't love us, man. They hate us, bro.
So much love.
When you in the States, you can't even get a hello. Here, you get a hello, good night, good morning, good evening.
My brother, my sister. It's love.
Like
it's so genuine.
You want to hide your darkness when you're in the States. You want to bleach your skin. You want to become something else. You want to get surgeries and stuff. You come here, you embrace yourself. You embrace your color. You embrace your tone. You embrace your weight. You embrace everything when you come here. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different, and the people are beautiful, man. And it's one of those things. We're coming from the four ways farmers market / community party / just a beautiful vibe,
backyard.
And to be able to have, I would guesstimate it's close to 1,000 people there, black folks with their families and their children, and everyone is in harmony, is love, ain't no violence, ain't nobody hating, ain't no gang banging. I'm coming from LA, so
we don't feel nervous.
We don't feel nervous. I bet even when the police show, you know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, there's still the police element, but he looked like me, so he ain't just trying to whoop my ass for no reason.
Right.
And so that's like, there's a peace that you experience when you hear, because there's certain risks that you don't have.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't perfect. Nowhere is perfect. I mean,
you can get robbed anywhere.
Yeah.
But
I be thinking about robbing some of these Negroes in these Bentleys.
Bentleys out here sitting out here like, y'all got some nice cars.
Bentleys, the Range Rovers, the Porsches.
Cars I see here.
Come on.
The Range Rover, I see it in the States. Like, y'all got some nice cars out here.
And you see different because it's not the United States. You see variations. Man, shout out to them folks in Burkina Faso. But I seen one of those the other day as well. And so for me, being able to see the different options, that's really what it is. There's so many different options.
Yeah.
And so it's a choice on how you live, how you conduct yourself, and just being able to have those options.
Yeah.
And, and then, for me, I believe in geographic arbitrage. So leveraging our dollar is no different than what our immigrant communities do in the States, whether they're Indian, whether they're Mexican or Latino. They'll live humbly in the United States and then ship their bread back to their home country where it can spread. Yeah. Well, here on the continent of Africa, in one of the most diverse places on earth, where the infrastructure is strong, your banking systems are strong, your telecommunications are strong, you can do your thing right here and then be able to spread your bread. So now the exchange rate is between 7.99 and 18.5. So for every dollar, your dollar spends to $17 to $18. So if I got 1,000, forget 1,000, let me have sell a house and I got 100,000. Game change, that's over R1 million. 10,000, your money multiplies. And then my big thing is, and one of the things I love about you, brother Asad, the amount of couples, the love, the partnerships, the hospitality. And so when we come and we're a powerful black couple in and of ourselves, but then we can link up with other good folks and other couples who are married and trying to do the same things we're doing. That's when that vibration is there. And just that deep sense of community and that deep sense of connection, man. Like, it's just a blessing.
Man, I want to ask you this because this is something. They say, well, you moved to Africa, you running from the fight in America. What are your thoughts on that?
Bro, the fight is not in America. It's not in Europe. It's not in Africa. It's around the world. We dealing when you think about imperialism, because that's what we're talking about. Imperialism was around the world. It didn't just and here's the thing, and I'm so glad that you asked that. The same struggle that we face in Compton, that you see in New Orleans or you see in Charlottesville, is the same thing you see in Brixton, that you see in Joburg, that you see in different parts of Germany and France. Yo, it's the same oppressor. It may look a little bit different, but it's the same imperialistic oppressor. And so the fight is where you are. Your fight, your battle is wherever you are and how you live, and more importantly, how you take your stance. And so I'm very intentional about how we take our stance as a family, as a team, and how I stand as a man. I'm gonna stand circumspect. Period. Point.
Where you invest your money at? It's where you want to invest your money in your life
and your time, effort, and energy.
You can work forever for the man and still not survive unless you get his benefits. I could come here and bring my wealth here and invest here, and I could still live even better. Like, don't get it wrong. When you come here, you're thinking like, oh, you're gonna see huts, and you got the areas like anywhere else. You got homeless people in California. You got that. But when you come here and you see it, you're like, I gotta step my game up. They looking real fly around here. You know, hold on. I'm not gonna go shopping. I need to go shopping before I get here because I gotta step my game up, because the things you see on TV is completely opposite of what you see when you get here.
That part.
Man, I told my mom, she like to play bingo. She like, I'm not going nowhere unless it's a bingo. Last time you took us to the casino, I took pictures. Now she's like, I'm going to Africa. I'm taking a 24-hour flight because y'all got a casino, so I know y'all got bingo. So
you
just got to acclimate to it.
Yeah,
once it's not for you.
Once you get acclimated, here's the thing.
You got to see it. You just got to see it.
Human beings are like film. In order for us to develop, we have to be exposed. And so when you get exposed to different ways of living, different value systems, different beliefs, and it's people that look like you and they want to treat you well. They want to treat you kindly and they respect you. They regard you highly.
Yeah.
That is the kicker. Opposed to being another yo, my brother, my sister is love.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, there's certain things, my dad used to say, you can't put a price tag on a peace of mind.
Yeah.
There's a peace that you feel, and we've been all over the continent, we travel the world. But when you talk about South Africa, the love you feel here, man, it's genuine.
Man, you know what's crazy? Like, we were just coming from 4 ways, and you'll see, and this is like you talk about my king and my brother, that the stuff that they'll say to you. You know, I was looking at some of the brothers. I was like, man, he look hard. And then you talk to him, and he's like the softest, and not soft in a bad way, but he is not gangster at all by any means. And it's like, dang, what has happened to us to where we have? I'm talking about Black Americans. We have such a hyper masculinity, a toxic masculinity. There's hostility towards each other. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, and I go back to imperialism. We learn from our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fear. It's that whole, and not always, don't get it twisted. I'm from the neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there are some cats that look some way, and you need to cross the street because they can get you. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, there are plenty of brothers that may have that hard exterior or the appearance of a hard exterior, but once you have a conversation, right. And there's something about the conversation.
Conversation rule the nation.
Come on, man. And when you talk to your people, talk to the sister. Oh, my sister, my brother. Yeah. You know about that, my love. Can I help you? And so, and when whether the person is high on the hog or they barely getting by, I've experienced nothing but love and a high regard.
But that's prejudging. So you just have to learn how to not prejudge people.
Exactly.
But I think for us in the States, prejudging makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Survival.
It's survival. Mm-hmm. I see the Negro that escaped from Orleans Parish prison. Yeah. He got the tattoos in his face. Yeah, you right. I'm about to cross the road. Matter of fact, I'm getting my phone out to see if let me see if I call these white people right quick. Come get it.
Hey, look. I got a different perspective on police. Everybody talk that talk until something happens, and then they the first ones you call.
Yeah.
So I have a different respect, a different regard for the police. Not all of them ain't dirty, but all of them ain't clean. So I judge everyone on an individual basis.
And then you have to school yourself too. I may look at a tattoo and see it one way, but another person look at it as art. So I gotta know what those lips mean. Is that G13, whatever it is, M13, whatever it is, compared to is that actual art? Because I'm an artist and I do tattoos.
Yeah.
So you can't prejudge people. You know, you have to learn to like before I start prejudging you, unless you're coming at me in a defensive way. First, let me say hello, because you might be very violent, but I may be your common spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, said that a smile is a form of charity.
Yes, it is.
So sometimes you can disarm all that hostility with a, hey, brother, how you doing? And
For sure.
And if he was about to rob you, he'd be like, I ain't gonna rob him. I'll rob him tomorrow. Get him tomorrow.
So there's one of my mentors, good Latino brother. He taught me something that has stuck with me for years. Man, respect and dignity translate to any age group, to any demographic, because you respected me. You allowed me to have some dignity.
Yeah.
So that's something that people openly want to reciprocate. Dignity and respect go a long way with every group. And so my thing is I try and lead with dignity and respect. Peace, how you doing, sir? Good morning, man. Those little bitty things, and if you say it to a young person, let alone a gangster, how you doing, sir? Oh man, you respect me. Oh, I'm well, thank you, my brother. The conversation shifts.
Yeah.
Let alone you add that smile to it, hey, and then get that love. Sometimes.
So now this is your second trip back to South Africa, right? And you
Yes,
here
sir.
a good little while this time.
Yes, sir.
So, man, what made you decide to come back? You know, most people be like, oh, okay, I've been, it was cool.
I didn't get enough. I wanted more. We plan on coming back at the end of December, early January, because we want more. Like, first we was here 3 weeks, now we're here a month. It's like every time you want more and more. It's like you just feeding on it. I want more and more.
Man.
And then I just want to be like, okay, when we moving?
Yeah. No, that's how it happened. I came, and then 2020 I couldn't come because of COVID. We came in March, then we came in June. I'm telling you, 2021 we came in March, June, and December. And when I got back to the States, I stopped shaving. I just literally stopped shaving. I was like, I so checked out of the United States. I was looking like I sleep outside. I was like, I don't want to be here. I got to get back to SA, and I can't keep affording to go back and forth. I need to find a way to be there.
Here's and I can only speak for Damian, but I do know that we share a lot of the same things. Damian, I grew up in LA, man. I remember being in middle school seeing the sheriffs whoop up on a dude, man. And and then Rodney King was not too soon after that. And so I've been seeing hostilities, and there's an anxiety, whether I acknowledge it or not. You feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it, bro. And so and I feel it when I'm in the States, and when I came here, it's like a load is released. You're not the minority, you're the majority.
Yeah.
The people look like you. Not only do they look like you, they show you love and respect. And there's a little something, the regard that Africans have for African Americans, particularly when we come to Africa. There's something about that. And when you show love, it comes back tenfold here.
Yeah.
So one thing I learned, just reading the Bible, whether it's reading the Quran, God works in multiplication. You don't work in addition. And so there's something about when you come here, the love, the peace you feel, it seems to multiply. And so I just, and then it's beautiful. So I'm from Cali, dog. So the beautiful thing, and I love Joburg, Cape Town is one of the most aesthetically pleasing places you'll ever go. But there's something about, man, the land of the Zulus. There's something about Durban, man. So we talked about Shaka Zulu, but when I saw that movie Shaka Zulu, I was in middle school, bro. And what I loved about Shaka was he was black and he was fighting back. And he was whooping their ass. Like, I love that. And then the Zulu people, man, they it's something, it's so rich, bro. And so there's something about South Africa, man. You can feel it in the air, and I love it.
Yeah, the Zulu. I'm sorry, T. I was gonna say the Zulu people are probably some of the most proudest ethnic group here. Yeah, they relish in their history. Not saying that some of the others are not proud. I don't want to get it misconstrued, but you definitely know when you're dealing with a Zulu person.
Dialect, they're like, you from the States, you from America. You're like, golly, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and look,
they are really.
And so it's crazy that we were having this conversation. And so we had a Fort Knox experience.
Yeah.
And I remember when we first started putting on camo and putting our gear on, bro. I put that Z over Zulu. I was on it, and I didn't even know why, but I felt it in my spirit back then. And then to be able to come here is just, man, it's a spiritual experience, bro.
But I'm spoiled. I want to have houses. I want to have a house in Cape Town, Durban, and in Johannesburg. I want to do different seasons. I don't know. $80 just travel over. I could do Johannesburg and Durban in the same day. Like I like the weather in Durban. I like the hypeness here in Johannesburg. It's the young life. It's like, if you just want to like party it up and have some fun, plus just live life, Johannesburg is a place. Like you with your people, and it's just love. Durban, if you're in that retirement mode,
it ain't even retirement mode. It's just slowing down.
Let me speak.
You're right here.
But it's that retirement, laid back, ocean breeze, warm. You go to Cape Town. If you like wine, we're gonna go to Cape Town.
Yeah.
But it's just different everywhere. But you're still within everything, and it's cheap. Like we got the most freest passport it is. We got that blue.
Woo!
That blue gets you anywhere. We don't have a lot of restrictions.
Yeah.
And people would rather go to Las Vegas, Florida,
Cancun,
Europe, places like that, and won't come and really spend less coming here and really experiencing this life. Like it's a life.
It's a lifestyle.
They say South Africa's a movie, man. It's a movie.
Hey, for real, bro.
Man.
So I was speaking with the gentleman. I was renewing my room this morning, which is crazy, 5-star hotel, and I paid a little bit of none, but we wouldn't trip about that. But just when I had the conversation with the gentleman at the front desk, and we started talking, I anticipate there gonna be some thousands of black people coming here because of what's happening in the States. There's so much chaos. There's so much
hostility. Yeah.
And when it comes from the top, it filters down. It's that trickle down.
Yeah.
And so when you have options, this is one of your options. You just have to use it.
Yeah.
And I foresee that they're gonna because I talk to people. I've talked to several people within the last few weeks that was like, bro, I'm looking for trying to get out of town. I want to do something different. I start talking like, well, I'm about to get ready to go to Africa. What? Man, I've been thinking about going to Africa, bro. How you doing it? What travel agency you going through? And so when I had those experiences, I mean, at least 4 or 5 within a week, I know the folks, the same way I'm feeling, there's other folks that are feeling, they coming, bro.
Yeah.
People gonna come.
What I've noticed is that the people that are coming are not necessarily, so I identify easily as a Pan-African, pro-black, revolutionary, all that good stuff.
That's
Bless you. It ain't no problem. But a lot of the folk that's coming, they not necessarily on Pan. There's a brother that lives here. He said, man, 25 years ago, somebody told him that he was going to move to Africa. And he's like, man, you crazy. And then like last year, another person told him that, and now he's here. And like, he's not on the Pan-African pro-black revolutionary. He's not on that back to Africa stuff. And you know, some of that stuff a little weird too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I do identify as somebody who's always been Afrocentric, who's always been, believing in the unification of black people worldwide. But that ain't necessarily the vibe that people that everyone is coming on. Some people don't even know why they're here. It's just like, I felt like I was called to be here.
That's that spiritual connection.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and I think one of the beautiful things about the continent, but particularly about South Africa, you don't have to fit in a box. You
Right.
don't have to be a one particular way. I love the fact that you got gay people here, you got straight people here, you got rich people here, you got folks in the middle, you got folks that are super duper conservative black people, and then you got some folks that are super duper liberal. I don't really care. But the fact is that they all see that there's a different type of opportunity, that South Africa provides a different type of option for, and they can see that their lives are being enriched coming here.
And they all mingle in together.
That part.
It's like no conflicts.
That part.
It's like a community, like a crazy community, like they just all intermingle with each other.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Like being out at Four Ways, it just is like it's I can't even explain it, man. You got the good music. You got people on one side, they partying up with the grown folks. They got their hookahs, their beer, their wine, their drinks. They playing games and dominoes and spades. I missed my domino game today, but and then on the other side, you got family and live music, and it's out. There's a river running behind it, and you got kids on jumpers, and it's all beautiful and vibing, and everybody is celebrating. And we alive, we good. You can do your thing how you choose to do your thing, but we're gonna do this thing together in unison. It's gonna be in peace and love. And that's something.
Man, food is good.
Man.
Don't let them believe what you see on TV. The food is so good.
The food is
They
good.
eat lions and monkeys over here,
No,
man.
man.
Y'all lying. They eat lions and monkeys.
Tell you something. I had some
And zebra
prawns
booty.
today. The prawns were so good. He's still trying to get some more oxtails.
Them oxtails.
He's oxtails right now. Man, the food is so
Boy, I had
good.
some oxtails so good. Anyway, go ahead. Boy, I had some oxtails so good the other day. They were wrong.
Look, fire. And it's one of those things where you're able to get everything you would get in a European city, whether you were in, we just left London. Man, I would try, and no disrespect to London, but man, I take South Africa, me Johannesburg all day.
Yeah, man, you go ahead and disrespect London. Ain't no problem. I don't know nobody in London.
London is one of my favorite spots.
We came here.
Shout out to my peoples in Brixton. Yeah, I went to the Ox. I got nothing but love for the UK.
I don't know nobody in London, so I'm good, bro.
We came here in the winter.
I'm joking.
Last year I was so sick. Like I was sinuses because it was cold.
Yeah.
I went to the pharmacy and it was no hesitation. He said, "Tell me your symptoms." I told him. I showed him my ID. He went back in the back. He got some medication. I'm going to take some back home because it's the best sinus medicine that I ever had. And I'm like, everything says produced and made in South Africa.
Like, that's a beautiful thing.
The coffee, the tea, the water. It looks, it's a good look.
Like, it's a real
It's a good look.
And it's a vibe here. And I'm going to say this. Not that racism doesn't exist here, but even the white folks I've met was hella cool because they recognize they ain't the majority. And it's a different level of regard and respect when it's 100 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah. So you say everything made in South Africa. Well, where everything made in America?
Hey, man, we not even talking about that.
China.
Well,
Korea, Germany. I can't even get my phone made in America.
Yeah, ain't nothing made in America no more.
TikTok and the whole world shut down for 4 hours. I mean, it's unfortunate that I have to go on Amazon and all these other channels to get my products and things that I need. You know, even to get medication, if my pharmacy don't have it, I gotta wait 3 or 4 days for them to order it, probably from here. But I have to wait for them to order it. And the quality of care too. I'm sorry, the quality of care is just, I'm a medical number there. Here, walking into a pharmacy, I felt like a human. Like he really cared about my symptoms and what I was feeling and told me, if you need to go see the doctor, you got a hospital right across the street and go take care of this. And
that matters.
Yeah.
You know, it was important to me. I need to feel like I wasn't going to come here and be like I was going to be neglected of my health.
Yeah.
And to piggyback on that, to be able to see the black nurses, the black doctors, the black engineers, the black lawyers,
the black college,
the black professors at the
university. That
university
every day.
Yeah,
all day long. He's wearing that hoodie.
Those are things, man. You can't put a price tag on that. You can't put a price tag on a peace of mind. And when you're considering, moving to the other side of the world, because it's literally on the other side of the world. There's certain things that are non-negotiable. There's certain things that are must-haves in order for me to be at peace. And one of those things is to make sure my wife is at peace. You know, they say happy wife, happy life. I agree with that. But a happy man is God's plan. And so part of that happiness is making sure that my family is good. It's to the point where not only did we come back this year, we're bringing our son. He'll be here next week. We bring the fam. We expose it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's enriching. It's soul food, bro. Like it's soul food without all the other stuff that go with the stuff.
We got married in Egypt.
Man.
And, you know, it's different, very different.
Yeah.
So coming here, it was the reservation of the fear that everyone has. What made me feel comfortable was you.
Yeah, for real.
And I'm going to be 100%. He'll tell you. Because I probably would have still been nervous because in Egypt we had M40s and everything else around us protecting us at all times.
Yeah.
But when he said you was here, I know you're going to protect your boys and your wife.
Yeah.
And after meeting you, after our marriage and our union, I knew that you wouldn't let anything happen. So, and I was like, and I know he's only doing the best for him and his wife and his family. So it was you. I'm going to be honest. It was completely you that made me feel comfortable coming here and being okay. And even when we came back, I was like, you know we coming, right? You know so you don't even know.
Like that matters.
If no one ever told you, I'm proud of the steps and the boundaries that you took to make it easy for everyone else to come and connect and find their real life.
Man, look, I appreciate that, and I'm gonna take it. I appreciate it, but there's a lot of folk. Listen, there's a lot of folk in this space who are doing a lot of work, exposing people to what's really happening here on this continent, particularly in South Africa. Man, I'm just happy to see it. I'm happy that even I was telling None about the diaspora wars, right? So they was getting into it about the Zulus in New Orleans and the Zulus here, and they was going at it. Then the white dude jumped in the comments, and everybody was like, no. There's a family discussion. You gotta, yeah, you ain't got nothing to do with this. Yeah.
Let us have our moment. Let us have our moment.
Okay, hold on one second. But so you know, they was like, nah, this is a family discussion. You don't have nothing to do with this. And again, not to knock white folks or whatever have you. What I'm saying is that the conversation between the diaspora and the continent, at times it can be tough. And like I still told you yesterday, man, family argue. But you know, when I saw that, it showed me that they recognize this is a family argument, right? So that's the beautiful thing. We're saying this is the first time in history. This is a transition where 40 million Black Americans or a significant number of Black Americans are so dissatisfied with the United States that they're now finally turning their eyes to the continent. Like, well, what's my options over there? And I mean, so many of them are going to be scared. You know, it's going to be stuff that's going to keep them there, family commitments, job commitments, money, you know, because it ain't cheap you know, it is not cheap. And as James Baldwin said, it's dangerous to turn your back on the United States. It's dangerous to get up out of there and leave because that's not what we're supposed to do. But yeah, I'm just happy y'all here. I'm happy y'all experiencing it. You know, and I know y'all got y'all plans to relocate at some point. I ain't with the Bolito thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm
hey man, I surf, bro.
I
surf, you know what I'm saying?
Out there, townhouse over,
you know, I'm Johannesburg to the bone, baby Josie. Yeah.
I don't know, you got that guest room, you know, I read that one out. You know, that's nice guest room. That's nice.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you have the options.
Yeah.
The fact that, you know, hey man, you might want to be in Joburg, I might want to be in Bolito, and baby, you heard her say she gonna get the townhouse at Cape Town.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I ain't tripping. But you can find.
Zulu.
I'm definitely gonna learn Zulu.
Rosetta Stone, I'm about to go get it.
Sawabona. On Johnny.
Look, man, I speak poquito Espanol. Because I'm so around so many Latinos, I had to learn a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, I can't, and why can't I show that same respect and regard for the people of this land?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. The last thing, and I just want to, for those who are figuring out their plan, their ways. Their ways. That whether it's online, man, putting payment plans together.
Start saving now.
Start saving your bread. Get you be very intentional about your saving, or starting a business, figuring out how you want to move, whether you're doing investment in the United States, taking those funds and using some of them over here, but really figuring out what your plan is. And then I just want to encourage the entrepreneurs, you know, those brothers and sisters, again, your dollar spreads here. That $1 is 18 here. So if you got $1,000, you got 18,000 rand. You can do things. You can start businesses here. It's just being very intentional and walking with purpose.
We think about colleges though. People apply for UCLA, USC. They apply for Yale. Why you don't apply for a college in South Africa?
Right.
Why don't you go abroad?
Right. You can get a PhD by the time you're 23.
Come on. Yeah. Like I wish I would have had the knowledge that I'm having now back then.
Yeah.
I'd be on a whole nother level. You won't be able to touch me. I'll be videotaping you. If somebody would have gave me this back then.
Come on. Yes. But that is why we're doing the work that we're doing now. Again, human beings are like film. In order for them to develop, they have to be exposed. And so we're not only are we exposing our son, you exposing your children, and a lot of people I'm noticing are bringing their children to be educated here, because there's the assumption that the educational system is better in the United States. But I'm a professional educator, and I've seen their system here. It's better here. That's the truth. Yeah. That's no judgment. That's no hating. It's judging apples for apples.
Oh, there's going to be a South Africa. Oh, no, it's better in the United States. That's that propaganda. The propaganda is so strong. The United States propaganda is so strong that they will look at the black professionals who are coming to South Africa, those of us who have managed to make a little money, and you say, oh, this Negro is successful, and still say, well, they will not wrap their mind around why would we, if we were so successful, quote unquote, then why would we leave it? How they don't, some of them don't really believe how bad it is for Black Americans in the United States, and not every Black American, right? But when we talk about the collective, right? Race is a team sport. So you know what I'm saying? So when we talk about that, they don't really understand it. So they'll still tell me, "Oh, Dr. Assad, I want to go to the U.S." And I'm like, "You not watching TV? You ain't seeing what's going on over there?" But the propaganda is so strong. It's like it must be an isolated incident, or Trump can't be that bad, or the police can't be that bad. And I'm like, that's interesting.
When you find out, when you find out they say this land is your land, and when you find out it's no longer your land, you better know how to come back to your land.
And here's the thing: there is a great opportunity for African Americans who want to come back to Africa and help be a part of the solution and not the problem.
That part.
You know?
Yeah.
There are so many opportunities. It's just being intentional. One, doing your research before. Yeah. Doing your research, being intentional.
And connect with somebody who knows.
Connect with
somebody who knows.
And so
don't just jump over.
So let me do the
connect with somebody that knows.
Look, I'm gonna do the shameless marketing plug. Dr. Assad has trips going to South Africa. You should sign up.
Exactly.
Dr. Assad has trips. You should sign up for him.
Don't just
tap
jump
to
over.
The website. Go to the website, tap in, and sign up, because it won't. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
But don't come over here on a white man's tour.
Nah,
come over here and really get educated. And really get educated by your people.
Once you don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. When you come over here, it's a different world. I'm an educator. I'm highly educated, HBCU, as well as a PWI, as well as Oxford student. So I've studied abroad. I've studied in the U.S. I've studied at predominantly white institutions as well as HBCUs. And so I can make a very clear judgment of my experience and what I've seen. And so by what I've seen and researched, I saw for myself, this is not only is it comparable, I think that it's a little bit more advanced, partly because, particularly for African Americans, because they look like you. You're in an environment where not only are there people that look like you, and it's not gonna always be like that. Let's not cheat our white African brothers or our Indian African brothers or other immigrants that have come to the continent. But at the same time, as Marcus Garvey would say, Africa is for the Africans. This is where God placed us. This is where God placed us. And man may have displaced us, but this is where God placed us. And I want to be where God wants me to be. I'm at that stage of my life.
Oh, man, we're going to end it right there. We 40 minutes in. All right, family.